What's going on, guys? My name is Mr. Hurricane, and I've had a lot of requests lately to show my updated Connected Careers sliders on Madden 13, and so here you guys go. This is what I'm currently using. I haven't posted a slider update video in over 3 months, and a lot of people are still playing Madden 13, waiting for Madden 25, and so this is what I'm currently using. And remember, this is based off of Blue Ninja's sliders from Operation Sports, and I took a set that he used, and I tweaked some things to make it more to my liking. And I like the current set I have. It's not perfect by any means, but it's getting me by. I'm playing on 11-minute quarters, 15-second runoff. That will not get you the exact number of plays you need. If you want to get about 120 plays, I suggest upping the quarters and having, if you have 15 minimum play clock time, up your quarters to about 13 or 14. You'll get about 120 plays a game. That's about the NFL average. And I'm playing on normal game speed, and here are the other settings that I'm using. And one of the things you have to remember is that penalties are very important when working with sliders in Madden 13, and I'll show you the penalty sliders I'm using as I go through everything here. Remember, CPU and user are the exact same, and I'll cover this more in depth once I get back up there. But penalties are very important, as the pass interference, those sliders are really going to be how aggressive the players play. From my understanding, I've done some research over on Operation Sports a few months ago, and I'm trying to remember everything that I was reading. And just sliders they just don't affect just flags, and the slider system in Madden is so messed up. It's so hard to get a great set, and so I feel like I have an okay set right now that I've been tweaking a little bit along the way. And like I said, this is based off of Blue Ninja's set, and I really have liked the slider sets he's made. And one of the philosophies he has used and that I've adapted is that if I make a change to the player or the computer, I mirror the change on the other side. So if I were to upgrade my user catching, I'm also going to upgrade the CPU catching, and the sliders are the exact same across the board as far as comparison. Computer equals user, and you can write this down, put it into your game, and you should get some pretty good games. I'm having some fun games now. Obviously, you can't cheese the computer yet. In order to have realistic games, you have to play realistically. That's one of the things with sliders and getting the game that you actually want to play. Make sure your playing style fits what your goal actually is in a game. And I'm still doing some things to kind of counter how powerful the running game is for the computer. I have nerfed kind of their blocking a little bit, upgraded, I believe, block shedding a little bit, maybe. I forget what the sliders were at 3 months ago. And I feel like I'm moving in the right direction with the sliders, but they're not perfect, and I'm not going to try to make them perfect because we're almost to Madden 25, and dealing with sliders really isn't that much fun when you're slider hell. It'll take over if you put too much thought into these sliders. And special teams is not at all where I like it. I have my accuracy to the point where the computer will miss sometimes, but the kicking is just too easy, and I have to lower it a lot more if I were to miss like shorter field goals inside of like 45 yards more consistently. I think that they really just have to do more with the kick meter and make it more challenging, because the slider and how it impacts the user and computer, I don't know if it's exactly equal, because the computer has so much more trouble and most users have no problems with field goals. The only thing that's hard about field goals in Madden is distance. It's never an accuracy thing. It's too easy, really. And you could maybe put kick power up a little bit, because I don't get too many touchbacks out of the back of the end zone. And this is the minimum player speed threshold, fatigue, and injury settings I used. I feel like I get a good amount of injuries most of the time. Some people have told me in the past to turn down injuries, but obviously there's a lot of injuries in the NFL, and to get even close to that, you have to up the number and not lower it. And even here with 55 injury, I have far less than the average NFL team would, especially where I'm at during the season. Threshold, I think you can mess around with this a little bit. 40 is just what I've been playing on. It's not what Blue Ninja uses, I believe, and so this is just what I've kind of gotten comfortable with using. And these are the penalty sliders, of course, that I use. Very important. If you want to make tweaks to these penalties, I suggest to do it very slightly, down like 1 or 2 every time, and then test them out. But hopefully these sliders, if you've been looking for a fun set to play on, can provide you a nice base to work with. And you can just look at stats and how easy things are, maybe up quarterback accuracy if you're struggling hitting some hard throws with good quarterbacks. But I think the accuracy is working pretty good. I think for the most part, I am able to miss some of those medium accuracy throws and short accuracy, not exactly automatic every time, which you don't want to be unless you're using the best quarterbacks in the game. And I feel like I'm having a good blend of different types of games, offensively focused, defensively focused, and overall I'm having fun. So if you want to make tweaks, remember both sides If you're going to put tackling at 22 for the user, put it at 22 for the computer. Make slight changes, because if you all of a sudden go, let's go 41 tackling and see what happens, you can get weird things to happen. You got to go slowly, and you want to test things out and make sure that, you know, what your theories are true. If you think that the quarterbacks are playing too poorly, then make sure you're not being dominated by cold streaks. Or it's just cold streaks and hot streaks can really mess up the game sometimes, and they can take over, and they have too much of an effect. So make sure you're monitoring your hot and cold streaks when you're messing with sliders to make sure you don't go overboard and start tuning a slider that doesn't need to be tuned. Maybe it's just your player's on a cold streak and he's going to play bad for a couple of weeks, but hopefully this helps you guys out. This is a fun set. I've enjoyed Blue Ninja's sets for the past 2 years. They've been a big part of both my connected careers and my Madden 12 franchise. And so hopefully this helps you out, guys. If you have any questions, just let me know in the comment section or on Twitter. And hopefully, if you're looking for a more fun game of Madden 13, this helps you out. Leave feedback in the comment section. Let me know if you are having success with these sliders or any feedback you may have. But thanks for watching, guys. I'll see you next time.